Everyone's buzzing about Tom Holland's new suit for the upcoming Spider-Man Brand New Day movie. This isn't just another new suit. It feels different, doesn't it? It feels classic. It looks like this new costume isn't just a fresh coat of paint, but a cool mix of Spider-Man's entire visual history. It seems to be a culmination, a visual shout-out to every iconic design that came before it, especially from the big screen and game consoles. This exploration will show how Peter's latest threads are truly ushering in a brand new day for our friendly neighborhood hero. In this video, we'll swing through the decades, breaking down the essential elements of the groundbreaking live-action suits of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and even the innovative digital threads from the Insomniac games. Then, we'll connect all those dots directly to Tom Holland's new look, uncovering the layers of influence and what it means for Peter Parker's future. Before any movies or games, there were the comic books, which laid down the essential blueprint for Spider-Man's visual identity. The original costume, introduced in 1962, established the iconic red and blue, the intricate web pattern, and distinctive eye shape. These early designs set the stage for all the cool variations that followed. The cinematic adaptations of Spider-Man have consistently pushed the boundaries of superhero costume design, bringing the iconic web slinger to life in new and exciting ways. Sam Raimi's films brought Spider-Man to life in a way no one had seen before, and a huge part of that was James Akison's costume design. Maguire's suit featured a skin-tight spandex bodysuit worn over a subtle muscle suit to provide definition. Its most distinctive feature was the raised metallic silver webbing that extended across the entire red portion of the suit and boots. The eyes were small, triangular, and reflective, giving off a serious, almost intense vibe. The spider emblem was a black rubber design placed prominently in the middle of the chest. The suit also featured darker, more saturated reds and lighter blues, creating a grittier, more mature aesthetic that mirrored the film's tone. James Akison's choice of raised metallic webbing was a groundbreaking innovation for live-action superhero suits. Instead of simply printing webs, this added a tangible, three-dimensional quality that made the suit feel real and functional on screen, even if it wasn't homemade in-universe. This was a crucial step in translating superhero costumes into believable cinematic attire, setting a new standard for realism in the genre. The subtle muscle definition also contributed to this realism without being overtly bulky. This emphasis on tactile texture and raised elements is a direct and significant influence on the Brand New Day suit, which explicitly brings back raised webbing and a hexagonal fabric texture, signaling a return to this grounded physical aesthetic that resonated so strongly with audiences. The Amazing Spider-Man series offered two distinct takes on the suit, each reflecting a different phase of Peter's journey. TASM 1 suit, 2012. This initial suit aimed for a grittier, more practical, and unique look. It featured a distinctive texture, sometimes described as basketball-like. The eye lenses were smaller, thinner, and often yellow-tinted, resembling sunglasses, which reinforced the homemade feel. The webs and spider emblem were more blended into the suit's fabric rather than being raised. The design of the TASM 1 suit consciously broke from the established Raimi look, opting for something more raw and less overtly heroic. This visual choice mirrored Peter's angrier, more inexperienced phase in the film, where he was still figuring things out and acting out of a desire for revenge. The incorporation of everyday materials like tennis shoes and sunglasses lenses further emphasized Peter's resourcefulness and the suit's beginner status, making it feel genuinely crafted by a struggling teenager. While the Brand New Day suit does not directly copy the TASM 1 aesthetic, the spirit of a self-made, less polished suit, genuinely crafted by Peter himself, is a clear thematic influence, especially after No Way Home stripped Holland's Peter of his Stark tech and forced him into true self-reliance. TASM 2 suit, 2014. The TASM 2 suit represented a significant pivot, embracing a much more traditional, comic-accurate look. This suit was famously made by Gwen Stacy after Peter's first suit was shredded in a fight. It featured brighter, more vibrant colors. The eyes were significantly larger and more expressive, much closer to classic comic book depictions. It also brought back raised webbing, similar to Maguire's suit. The red and blue fabric often had a subtle honeycomb or brick-like texture. The drastic change from TASM-1 to TASM-2's suit was not just a response to fan feedback. It visually reflected Peter's evolution into a more confident, established hero. The brighter colors and larger eyes made him feel more like the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, moving past his initial darker motivations. The fact that Gwen made it also added an emotional layer to its design, symbolizing her positive influence on Peter's heroic identity. This suit quickly became a fan favorite for its comic accuracy and vibrant appearance. The TASM-2 suit's influence on Brand New Day is explicitly noted, particularly its honeycomb brick textures, belt positioning, leg seam lines, and the overall comic-accurate feel. This demonstrates a direct line of visual evolution and shared design language across the live-action iterations, with Holland's new suit drawing from the best of both previous Peters. Video games have also played a crucial role in evolving Spider-Man's visual identity, proving that digital mediums can introduce innovative and beloved suit designs. Insomniac Games' Marvel's Spider-Man introduced a fresh, modern take on the classic suit that quickly became beloved by fans, showcasing how a video game could push design boundaries. The advanced suit innovated with color-coded materials, reinforced red for impact, flexible blue for mobility and breathability, and strategic white carbon fiber for vulnerable areas like the chest and gauntlets. The web pattern started from the center of the face, creating a bullseye effect, a strategic detail intended to draw enemy fire. It featured a prominent white spider emblem on the chest. The eyes were expressive and adjustable, a feature that allowed for dynamic in-game animations and later influenced the MCU. It also swapped traditional boots for modern sneakers, a fitting choice for a 23-year-old Peter Parker. The advanced suit was not just a cool design. It was a masterclass in functional design. Each color and material choice had an in-universe purpose, making the suit feel incredibly practical and believable for a modern superhero. This level of detailed, logical design, even in a digital medium, pushed the boundaries of how Spider-Man's suit could evolve while remaining true to his core identity. The expressive eyes, while not entirely new to comics, were a key visual innovation for a 3D model, allowing for nuanced character emotion and enhancing the player's connection to Peter. While the Brand New Day suit is going back to basics in terms of tech, the philosophy of thoughtful design, where every element serves a purpose and contributes to a cohesive visual identity, is something the Insomniac suit perfected. This game's immense success and the suit's popularity likely influenced the desire for a visually strong, definitive, and well-justified suit for Holland's next chapter, even if the justification is now homemade rather than Stark tech. The emotional climax of No Way Home left audiences with a poignant glimpse of Peter's true fresh start, completely alone but self-sufficient. This suit was Peter's first truly homemade, back-to-basics red and blue costume after his identity was erased from the world's memory. It featured bright red and blue colors, solid black webbing, and a classic spider symbol. Crucially, the script confirmed it was an amalgamation of the three Spider-Man suits, with Peter borrowing elements from Tobey and Andrew's designs. He retained the moving lenses from his previous MCU suits, blending old and new. This suit is arguably the most narratively significant for Holland's arc. It symbolizes Peter's complete reset, stripped of all his previous advantages and connections. The homemade aspect reinforces his self-reliance and humility. The subtle incorporation of elements from Tobey and Andrew's suits after meeting them is a powerful visual metaphor for Peter internalizing their wisdom and experience, carrying their legacy forward as he builds his own path. The new Spider-Man Brand New Day suit for Tom Holland's Peter Parker is a remarkable synthesis of Spider-Man's entire visual history. It draws deeply from the live-action films, embracing the raised webbing popularized by Tobey Maguire's iconic costume and the distinct textures and eye shapes from Andrew Garfield's amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. The functional and thoughtful design philosophy of the Insomniac Games' advanced suit also appears to have left its mark, influencing the desire for a cohesive and purposeful costume. This new suit is a powerful visual metaphor for Peter Parker's journey post No Way Home. Stripped of his mentor, his advanced technology, and his public identity, Peter is now truly on his own. The brand new day suit, with its homemade feel, prominent stitching, and chunky web shooters, symbolizes his return to a more grounded, self-reliant, street-level heroism. It represents Peter internalizing the lessons learned from his multiversal counterparts, carrying their legacy forward as he forges his own path. This is not merely a costume change. It is a definitive statement about the character's evolution, signaling a fresh, more mature chapter for Spider-Man in the MCU. It is Peter's masterpiece, a suit woven from the threads of his entire history, ready to swing into a truly brand new day.